Hey guys, how we doing today? All right, let me see if I can get this camera to work here with us. I got you guys on a tripod today, but of course I can't get the pictures that I want here. Oh gosh, and now you're on a hill. I'm sorry guys. I'm trying to get Raina, the Maremma, in here. If I walk over here, she'll come with me, but so there she be, guys. So we're outside today. Finally, it's slightly nicer than what it has been. Um, oh, one of my females is sounding off. She just saw her. So this is the first time that she's been in here. So what this is a pen, a small pasture that we used to use. Now it's kind of just sitting empty. It's got to get picked up and raked out and grown out again. But it's a great spot to for her to be. And just kind of get used to the feeling of things out here. So she has this side of us is my male Shiloh, who really honestly couldn't care less that she's in here. Um, he's a great one to kind of introduce the females with. And he has a bunch of goats in with him, so she's able to see them. And she's on a tether because the fencing here is not secure whatsoever. So that's why she is on a tether in this space. If I can kick this down a little bit here. So this is just kind of the next step in what we're doing here. I have to look back and count how many days that she's been here now. It's over 3. Is it today day 4? Day 5? I don't even know. But she is definitely more, they say that first 3 days is when they can just finally, after that, breathe for the first time. She's definitely feeling more at home here. We're seeing some behaviors pop up, which is nothing terrible, and nothing that has surprised us at all. And so we've just started yesterday. I bring her out with me when I go do chores twice a day for milking and all that stuff. She comes out with me and gets tethered someplace. So I think I'm going to continue utilizing kind of this space. Yesterday I had her tied out somewhere else, and there was a space in the fencing that was not solid or secure on the bottom. And so she was able to dig out and under it. And the reason she did that, get her, I don't know where she went. There she is. Oh, the sun is super bright today. The reason that she did that yesterday was because I walked away and I was at the other side of the farm and she couldn't see me, she couldn't hear me, she freaked out. She tried to dig out to get to me, which is nothing that is crazy, unusual, or bothersome at all. She has gotten away on us, I think 3 times where she slipped her collar. When she came to us, she just had a very traditional nylon flat collar on. And her previous owner said she's really good at barrel rolling. She can alligator roll and slip that collar real quick, and she definitely can. So there were times I put her out on the tether out in the front yard to go to the bathroom, and she was just like, see, you wouldn't want to be ya. And luckily, she just comes running to find me wherever I am, so it's not a huge deal. But if she was a runner, it obviously would have been a concern. So now she has a martingale collar on, so she can't slip it anymore, which is good. So, yeah. So the increase in behaviors that we've seen really is between her and our chocolate lab puppy, who's about 5 months old. He obviously has been the only pup in the house. She, we found out, has been the puppy in the house at her prior owner. So that's all she knows. So it's kind of like having 2 really spoiled children in the house right now. And each wants all the attention and each wants just everything. And they just get really annoyed with each other. And it probably sounds big and bad to other people who aren't used to it, but there's never been like actual fighting. There's never been like actually putting their teeth on each other. It's just a lot of warning, running our mouth kind of a thing. She resource guarded for the first time this morning, and it was towards the puppy. There were some eggshells on the ground. We were peeling eggs because today's Easter, so happy Easter. So there were some eggshells on the kitchen floor, and she was like, "Ooh, I want to eat these. I got to check this out." And then the puppy came up behind her and was like, "Oh, thanks. So get out of the way." And so they had some words with each other, but again, it was nothing awful, and that was quickly diffused by a very firm me saying, "We're not going to do that. We don't do that here. That's not acceptable." What else does she do? She counter surfs, which is nothing wild and crazy or unusual for really large dogs like this. Um, so food on the counters and the tables is not safe. You have to definitely, like, as soon as I see her, of course we say, "Leave it," um, which she does then right away. Housebreaking is continuing to be a big issue with her. But she's 2 years old and she's never been housebroke. So I think that's just probably going to be a challenge with her. But we're just going to keep working at it. And hopefully, the more that we're outside, the less that will be an issue. Um, so she has never worked with livestock before. Although she's a livestock guardian dog breed, she never actually worked livestock. So that's why all of this is kind of taking it slow and is a very slow work in progress. I can't just take her and toss her out in a field with a bunch of goats because she's going to be like, even with um, genetic background of working, it's kind of like, which is true for me as well, but like my dad's side of the family is tons of medicine. So a lot of people working in medicine, whether it's psychiatry, nursing, whatever it is. Um, that would be like if I were then to say, working in medicine's easy for me. I don't even need to go to college. Just put me in the hospital and I'll start treating patients. Well, it's not exactly how that works. So it's the same way with dogs. That's probably the best analogy that I can come up with. And she's like walking on me here. Let's see if I can do this. Carry a tripod without making you guys dizzy. Um, so if you have working in their background, hopefully it makes it easier to get them to kind of connect with that working side, but it's still, they still require training and fine tuning. Raina, here, here, come here, here, good here, good job, good girl. Let's see what else. So anyway, like I said, this is just going to be a repeated thing where she's tethered next to livestock, next to our existing livestock guardian dogs. Oh, I was going to say, so like yesterday, when she didn't want to be tethered anymore, got off the tether, took off, and came looking for me. That does not mean that she's a failed livestock guardian dog. I see this time and time again where people will say, I have a dog, they won't stay in their pen with their livestock, they're constantly getting out. What do I need to do? How do I reinforce the fencing? And that's like the number one thing that everybody wants to do first is, how do I make them stay in the fence? And I feel like that's just like putting a band-aid on the bullet hole. You're not really addressing anything, you're just patching it up um, for now. So the first question really needs to be, why are they trying to get out? Why are they trying to escape? That should be the first question. And then, how can I bolster up the fencing? So if you have a dog that's trying to escape from working with their livestock, and that dog is, let's say, 8 months old, that is probably why they're doing it. It's because they're too young to be working out there independently. Without any reinforcement or backup at all. That can be a scary and an intimidating job. So things like that, I like to ask first is, okay, why are they trying to get out? So for her, obviously yesterday, she wanted to get away from her assigned area because she wanted to know where I was. She felt afraid and insecure. So if I put her out in a field and it was 6 strands of hot wire and a shock collar, and I don't know, I'm trying to think of like the most like solid fencing you can come up with, she'll stay in because she has no choice. But while she's in there, it's going to be fear and anxiety, and I want to get out of here and I want to just crawl out of my skin, which is not a healthy feeling to have. So you want them to feel equipped and able and solid and strong, to feel like, all right, I'm confident enough to take this on and to be able to handle this um, however I need to, and not feel like I'm stuck here and I can't get away. You don't want anxiety to be attached with their assignments at all. So um, that's what we're kind of doing here, is just really slow processes, slow steps, one at a time, to get her to a place where she feels like, okay, I don't need to be attached to this human constantly. I'll be okay without being up the human's butt all the time. It's going to be all right. We have to remember it's only been less than a week. That's a lot of change away from a home that you've been your entire life. So, um, lots and lots of change for her, and lots to get used to. That's an in-out stall that would normally be with this pen that I'm in. Right now, all my milking stuff is on in that stall just because it's not being used. So she's kind of in there and checking it out, and just a lot of investigating right now. What else is new with her? Progress. Nothing. That's pretty much it. We're just seeing more of her becoming her, more just kind of coming into her own self. She's starting to protect the house now. If there's neighbors out and about next door, she's starting to bark at them. Just more feeling her job, and because that's what she's supposed to do, is to be a protector and a guardian. So she's just doing what she's supposed to do. So yeah, that's about it. Gave her a good brush out yesterday. She didn't mind that. Got her flea and tick stuff on her. She didn't mind that. So being on a leash, we're getting a lot better. She's not terrified of everything. She's not trying to like back up in fear and scoot back and try to slip her leash. None of that anymore. So very good. Initially, she was terrified of my husband. She's much better with that now. She'll actually seek him out and go up to him for pets and stuff, which is huge. Yeah, just good things, all good things. Very, very happy with her. So, like I said, we're just going to crack away at this, and just every day repeating in consistency, over and over again, until you feel like you're just going to go crazy. But that's how you know you're doing it right. And every day she'll get more confident with it and feel better. So she's actually doing really great right now. I think I might move her actually to the other side of the fence, the other side of our pen, which is right here, so she can actually see the goats. I'm going to point y'all this way here. There's our goats, and I'm going to move her kind of over there. So hold on here. I'm going to move her over so she can see my mail also face to face. So if this goes poorly, you get to see it go poorly. Girl. Oh, and we're tangled around a cinder block. Good girl. Yeah, you're such a good girl. You want to go see Shy? You want to go see some goats? Oh, look at them. And we do have electric here, but it is not on. So she's not going to zap herself. And my mail is just, could not be any less bothered right now than what he is. So we're going to tie this here. And I actually have another female out there that, if she would ever notice, there's another dog here too, she could see her. But again, everyone's pretty unbothered. It's a gorgeous day. The sun is out. Everyone's just loving it and sunbathing and having a wonderful time. Let me try to get this leash tied up here. There we go. Oh, he's like, I will come and see now. Let me see if this is a good spot on the tripod. You're okay, sweetie. There's my mail. That's Shiloh. Okay. Oh, good girl. Oh, what a good girl. Say hi, buddy. Say hi. See, my females are angry about this. Oh, good boy. Good job. Good boy. Is she so nice? Good boy, Shy. Good boy. Good girl, Raina. Good girl. Good job. Um, so he's very inquisitive, but um, not angry. Now I have two females that are at adjacent pens to this, so they can see her and smell her, but they can't physically get to her. That would be something that I would not try because two of my females are very, very alpha personality. My other one is not, but my two alphas would be that would be a very bad day. So we don't tempt those hands of fate. But this is good. This is good. She can hang out, see Shy. She can see goats, and she can just kind of do her life here. The key is now to get her to feel comfortable in here without me having to be right next to her. That's going to be the hardest part, but all in good time. So this went on way longer than I had hoped that it would. I'm sorry, guys. I'm long-winded sometimes, but this is where we're at. This is what's new. She's coming along nicely. I can't really ask for her to be coming along better than what she is. She's doing a great job. She's a very good girl. So yeah, keep following along on our journey here, and we'll keep updating you and let you know how things go. And but yeah, she's doing a great job. Thanks, guys.